Hey, Soul Fam. It's been a while. Metaphysical Mama, how's everybody doing? So I'm popping on live because I cannot record. I have no room on my storage per use. But today we're going to do pick a pile. And the topic we're going to discuss a little bit is shame and how shame can come creeping into our lives and into our thoughts and make us feel not so great about ourselves. Or other people can put those, make us feel a certain way if they're projecting onto us or, right, whatever, right? So I'm going to actually read something out of a book I have here. I'll just let you maybe meditate on these piles a little bit so you can choose which one you feel more drawn to. Pile A, pile B, and pile C. What do we have? I know this is amethyst. I'm not even positive, honestly. These are my beautiful sister's crystals that she's so generously allowing me to incorporate her magic into mine. She has some beautiful stuff. Some beautiful, beautiful energetic vibrations hanging around. So, but I'm not very good with names and all this whatnot. So this is what I was drawn to though today, these guys. And the turtle back there, little turtle representing, right? Slow and steady, nice and easy. An amethyst and some quartz. Those I'm at least familiar. And that's like, I'm not quite sure. This owl is beautiful. It's like mother of pearl looking iridescent-y. I'll have to wait till she gets back and ask her. Or if anybody knows, if the comments are open, I'm not even sure if they are. Leave in the comments. You're probably screaming at the phone like, how does she not know what that is? I wouldn't even, I'm awful at remembering people's names. My family's lucky I remember their names. So, whatever you feel most drawn to, they're quite beautiful. We got the round. I don't know if it's like selenite or, no, I don't think it's quartz. Anyhow. And the amethyst, of course. And it might be aquamarine. Anyhow, let's not get too lost in the names. So whichever vibration you feel drawn to, And we're going to read Rejecting Shame. So sorry about such a long, I'm getting mesmerized by the crystals in front of me. And I'll put them right here so you can, let's see, where can I put you so you can still see all three? And I'm going to read about rejecting shame. And I'm actually reading out of the book. It's called The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. And this is one of the best books. Everybody's going through a huge transitional change stage right now, right? Like the chrysalis, right? Hence, right? Crystals too, right? A butterfly has no idea it's about to turn into a butterfly, right? A caterpillar. Yo, anybody else been experiencing? I know my sister, myself, a whole bunch of us. I've been speaking with quite a few people, especially in the last few days, feeling very opposite, backwards. Everything's flip floppy, reverse, polarity, mirror, mirror. I think I said the word backwards. Just very weird kind of, so there's a lot of that's going on, right? The bouncing of the poles, so to speak, right? We're going through a huge stargate right now, portal. I know we just entered, what's in Virgo? Is Venus in Virgo? I don't know. All I know is I knew yesterday, like I said, see, things don't necessarily, everything keeps moving like water to me. So I can't ever remember what the heck I did like a half hour ago or what I said. I'm like, half the time anyhow. But we're in a huge transition. I mean, I'm exhausted. My head, I mean, I feel very like loopy. And what have you. And I'm gonna actually take you outside to read this part. So pick a pile. We're gonna go take a little step outside, and I'm gonna read this to you while I smoke, and we'll go from there. So how's everybody doing today? Might be a little loud out here. Hopefully not. There's some workers and stuff, but so I'll put you actually over here for now. So let's see. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd be so kind. Appreciate. So this is one of the best books for, we're going through, again, a big transitional state. So whether people want to admit that they have, right, we all have a handicap in some way or another. We all carry shame, right? We all have different belief systems or different experiences that we've had throughout our lifetime or lifetimes that have, right, built us in a certain manner. So sometimes it can become very hard to be consciously aware of our patterns or break out of them or feel comfortable to even do anything different than we're used to, without having a strong feeling of judgment or fear or anxiety, right? Which is natural, because it's if something is coming into our perception, or someone is trying to show us something different, or something is coming up in order to, here, Ginger Mamas, hold on, here, come here, cutie, bear with me a second. I forgot we have workers out here, and this little mama's, here's, look, say hi to the mama Gingers, say hi, Ginge, my sister's dog, come here, mamas, come here, come on. She's not so, come here, mamas. She can't see so well. She's an old girl. Come on, mamas. Well, I know they were doing work out here. I just worry about her taking off, but she wants to come hang out and lay with the mama. So we're going to let her hang out. We'll change our view. She's nice to look at, too. She's like Nana from, is it Peter Pan? Our Lady and the Tramp? I keep thinking when I'm like, she's like Nanny Dog. I took her for a walk. She's awesome. She's been around the family for a long time. Huh, Ginger Mama? Huh, Ginge? Okay, so let's read this and we'll get back to where we were. So yeah, dealing with, right, things that maybe you felt inside for a long time or knew as a kid about yourself, or maybe you had dreams and aspirations, but now you've just been, we get stuck in like the hamster wheel, or again, cyclical patterns, right? Keyword, cyclical, right? Cycles of going around and around, which serves its purpose for a good amount of time for, right, learning behaviors and socialization and things about ourselves, or being able to adapt certain qualities that, we may consider, right, beneficial. But then eventually it can become insanity, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, right? And expecting a different result. Anyhow, sorry, got my kneecap in the picture too. Anybody like kneecaps? Okay, so let's see. Shame, rejecting shame. Shame can be a powerful force in our life. It is the trademark of dysfunctional families. Authentic, legitimate guilt is the feeling or thought that we did, or that what we did is not okay. It indicates that our behavior needs to be corrected or altered, or an amend needs to be made. Shame is an overwhelming negative sense that who we are isn't okay. Shame is a no-win situation. We can change our behaviors, but we can't change who we are. Shame can propel us deeper into self-defeating and sometimes self-destructive behaviors, right? When we're not accepted by the mainstream, or our family can tell us, stop doing that, or behave a certain way, you better behave this way, you better believe this belief, right? There's so many different scenarios that people have, right, adapted to, or that we can then wear as a cover, or that we're just used to. It became just part of us unconsciously, but it's in deep inside. It's not really who we are. We've just had to kind of play that part. So there's lots of different ways that can apply, right? Let's see. So shame can propel us deeper into self-defeating and sometimes self-destructive behaviors. What are the things that can cause us to feel shame? We may feel ashamed when we have a problem, or someone we love has a problem. We may feel ashamed for making mistakes, or for succeeding, right? I can absolutely feel both ways. I could feel like, right, oh, I'm scared to make a mistake, or dumb when I make a mistake because I'm, right, used to getting yelled at a lot, or fear of succeeding, because then it can seem like ego, or we've been told we can't do that, or how are you going to do that, right? So there's a lot of different things that can come into play. You got to think of what's the voice that comes up in your head that repeats maybe as you're a child, or something that you can still even hear now, right? That's what we want to stop, those repeat records. Those are like curses and spells that we keep replaying and allowing to control us, which we don't want to, right, be the main projection of our screens. So then we have to hide behind ourselves, right? Masks. This is about digging deep within ourselves, right? Virgo season, coming into ourselves, into the heart chakra, right? Summer's almost over here anyhow. So it's like getting ready for winter, right? Going inside, getting ready to be, going into our inner, I'm having a hard time talking today. Going into our inner realms where we're quiet, like a little Gingy here, right? Contemplation, and allowing ourselves to blossom into who we've always been, naturally, right? Releasing shame. Okay, so let's see. We may feel ashamed when we have a problem, or someone we love has a problem. We may feel ashamed for making mistakes or for succeeding. We may feel ashamed about certain feelings or thoughts. We may feel ashamed when we have fun, feel good, or are vulnerable enough to show ourselves to others. Some of us feel ashamed just for being. Shame is a spell others put us on to control us, to keep us playing our part in dysfunctional systems, right? Families, the world, relationships, jobs, education, religion, right? Lots of people have different Let's see. Shame is a spell others put on us to control us, to keep us playing our part in dysfunctional systems. It is the spell many of us have learned to put on ourselves. Learning to reject shame can change the quality of our life. It's okay to be who we are. We are good enough. Our feelings are okay. Our past is okay. It's okay to have problems, make mistakes, and struggle to find our path, right? And stumble all over it along the way. It's okay to be human and cherish our humanness. Accepting ourselves is the first step toward recovery. Letting go of shame about who we are is the next important step. Today, I will watch for signs that I have fallen into shame's trap. If I get hooked into shame, I will get myself out by accepting myself and affirming that it's okay to be who I am. And that's what's up. And that can be really difficult at times, right? And recovery, let me just say, is right now we're going through massive, galactic detox, universal detox, worldly, earthly, individual detox. So, or Saturn return, right? It's like Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, Virgo, Mercury, which again, what is the planets, what do they represent? Right, when we say those things, they're different parts of our consciousness, right? They're the different elements of the periodic table and the chart that we're made up of. That's why it's so important to, have some awareness of your natal chart. At least have your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. It starts to put things into a broader perspective instead of, oh, that's just right, what's the word that they use for that a lot, pseudoscience or whatever. Because people want to see, they want money, they want to see results, right? Electricity, we use it every day. Do we see it unless, something goes, what we would call wrong, right? We can't see it traveling through in order to charge our phone, right? Or what somebody said the other day, I don't want to get too off subject, but about, I've been watching a lot of science stuff the last couple of days, so my brain's going boing, so let's just go pick a pile. Let's go pick a pile. Come on, Gingy Ginge. Gingy. Come on, Ginge. Bear with me, guys. Ginger. Get my stuff. Ginge. Come on, Ginge. Come in. Come in. Back into the room. Come on, cutie. Good girl. The little mamas. Thanks for your patience, guys. While you're waiting, please hit that subscribe button and like and share if you'd be so kind. So, as we're going on the topic, here's pile A, pile B, pile C. I'm going to come back on and do. Bye, cutie, love you. Hi, cutie, love you. I see your product. Never mind. I thought I was going to have a visitor, but they're just in and out. So here's pile A. Here's pile B. Here's pile C. So let's take a look at what we got. We're going to do pile A first, guys. So move these out the way and let's see what we're working with here. All right. And I so wish I knew which stone this was. So let's see. we have Ascension. The curse. Left in the curse. We have the swan. I'm not going to be able to... Heavenly mercy. Angel Uziel and smoky quartz. Cancer. I feel. Respect. Your value. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. Super nice. With Ascension. Left in the curse. We got the 8 of Swords. So maybe feeling trapped, feeling like you can't be yourself, right? This goes right in with the shame, right? Feeling tied up, feeling like you can't be you, right? The curse. Part of the curse there. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. I think we just had a new moon, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And, oh, the magic key. And this is making me think, right? Finding your roots, getting down into the roots of who you are. Again, contemplation, going into the dark, into the woods, into the forest. Right? First, the swan, I do believe, was an ugly duckling, right? And we have royal blue and gold dragon. Strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. Right? We ain't playing the shame game. Right? So that's pretty beautiful. Let me just take a minute to look at these here. And I will let you as well. So this is a really nice reading, I'll say. It's like, look, you have exactly what you need. Trust yourself. Wear your cloak of power with pride. You have the royal blue and gold dragon here. Strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. No matter how you're feeling. You could be a Cancer. You can have a Cancer that you're, relating with. Cancer also represents the dark mother, which is also going into the darkness. Heavenly mercy. So let's maybe read this and see what that says, and maybe that'll give us a little more elaboration on the stone that has been picked here. Let's see, Crystal Mandala. So we got number 18, Angel Uziel. So, you could be dealing with a Cancer. Cancer could be causing you to feel shame. You could have some darkness within you, that maybe you've had to play a part of, right? Miss Positive or Mr. Positive, positivity. And listen, we want to stay positive, obviously, right? However, we also need to acknowledge our dark shadow sides and go into the dark in order to cocoon ourselves to be reborn, right? To kill old parts of ourselves that are no longer needed so that we're able to blossom and be reborn into, right, our divinity, or There's so many different things that are being born right now. Like, what is it that's right in you, right? That's about to be, that needs to come out, that needs to be born, that needs change, right? Let's see. Heavenly mercy. We're reading this right here. We bring you the gift of heavenly mercy. As you grow spiritually, your energy field becomes more substantial. Your thoughts and actions carry more karmic weight in the world. As your power increases, your ability to do good increases too, right? So we have to take a look at what we have negative inside so we're able to be good handlers of that energy and alchemize it, right? This is true, pure, right? Master twin flame alchemy and soul retrieval. We're going into the places that are dark and scary in order to save ourselves, right? Find our child, our inner child. That's who we're saving. There's a lot of going on about like human trafficking and child trafficking and sex trafficking and organ trafficking and, right? Red light, yellow light, green light, go. And a lot of it is really, really disturbing, right? But if we as people are not saving our own inner child, then we all have a bunch of demons running around. And if we're operating off of doubt and shame, every time we have doubt, that produces a demon, which is different than the devil, right? So as we're becoming a little more aware, and it's not like to freak anybody out. It's not like, it's just like a negative thought flying around. We need to bring it back in and alchemize that shit. Reverse the curse, lift the curse. Don't just let shit go flying around like, oh, it doesn't matter, or don't, or that's just the way it is, right? No, this is ascension. Like I was saying, right, this is a galactic ascension. So having respect for the process, and if you value everybody else's unique perspective on the path, right, we also want to respect our own. And it's okay that we're in the process of change. People are going to get upset as you start to change and turn into the swan, right? So we are going to lose people. We're going to lose people, places, and things that have been in our lives for a long time, right? Because we're going through a process of change. So let's see what else we got here in the reading. So too can the very human moments. As your power increases, your ability to do good increases too. Your positive words can have potent effects on others. So too can the very human moments where you may be having an off day and unintentionally respond to another in a way that is not unconditionally loving. We do not, that could be a way to produce shame too, right? When we're like, oh, we react and then we're like, then we feel bad about ourselves because we just reacted in a certain way, stuff like that, right? So forgive yourself too. And it's like, I just got to try to be a little bit more patient, remember to breathe. We're all going through this massive change and process. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of, right, acceptance and time and effort and energy to just breathe and not be so impulsive and jump into certain things or withhold from experiencing something because we're judging it and we feel shame or bad or guilty and all those other feelings that, like, right, come with being a woman, being anything, a man, being more feminine in a biological male body, being more feminine in a male, but I don't know if I said that right, but right, there's like so many different combinations. Don't feel bad about who you are, right? That we have so many different beings here and different forms and different combinations. And that's what makes us all fucking amazingly beautiful. And we're always in constant change and nobody wants to remain the same, right? You still are always who you are at your core, but we have so many colors and vibrations to our being and so many that we haven't even been able to discover or learn about yet. It's like, I don't want to stay on that same merry-go-round or hamster wheel going around and around and around. And I know for me, I can relate to this shame topic very, very, very well. You know, it's like I've always been put into that, you know, the black sheep category, making us feel shame for whether we're happy, sad. You know, it's like people want us to be sad or in trouble or not doing good or whatever, because then they don't have to look at themselves. Right? Then we're giving them something to talk about or to project onto or to focus on rather than their inner journey. So this is where we start to take our power back in a gentle manner. And it's like, love you, but it's like if someone's stepping on your foot, we can get annoyed by that. It's like, you're on my foot. Or, right, it's like, hey, yo, you're, or if they do it all the time, it's like, you're on my foot again, right? You're always stepping on my foot. Get the fuck off. Right? I can't move while you're on my foot. So, you know, and a lot of that too, if people are trying to hold us in certain places, relationships, perspectives, etc., you know, a lot of that again is they make, you know, sometimes it comes from caring and there's fear. People are in fear of change and of a relationship changing, so people can do funny things when they're in fear, right? When we're in fear, people can do all sorts of different things in fear of losing a person, place, or thing, right? So but we're wanting to let go of that false fear because we're all here going through big changes. So it's like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Again, just like how you talk to a child, we're all going through big change, but keep telling your inner child, your inner self, it's going to be okay. I'm okay. Right? I have the magical key. Hey, little birdie holding the key there. Little birdie's coming to bring it to me. All right, let's see. To help you, we offer our karmic protection. Oh, wait. We know that most often you are going to make a positive contribution with your power. We also know that sometimes you will wish you could undo a choice you have made and its effect. So perfect with the shame topic. To help you, we offer our karmic protection. Here's your ancestors coming in. Where the destructive impact of your actions is softened and the positive effect of your actions is enhanced. As you grow in power and impact, our gift of heavenly mercy will surround you. Aligning your actions with divine will and blessings, you and all affected by you, with divine compassion. That's so beautiful. So, right, just keep swimming because you have support by your ancestors, your angels, your guides, right? Your spirit animals, whatever you connect with, right? Crystals, nature, right? The stars, Mother Earth, whatever your, you know, connections are, could be a multitude of all those things, right? Multidimensional, unseen vibrations that you just know. You could be starting to see things and starting to recognize the sacred geometry or noticing that you're seeing the aura more around things, people, places, and things. There may be some also like a lot of dizziness going on. Take it easy. It's all normal, right? A little bit of sore throat, stuffy noses, fatigue, nausea. Anyone experiencing these things? It is normal. It's all part of the process. And I'm not a doctor, so I mean, I'm not saying, you know, if you have these things going on and you feel like something's off, trust. Always use your discernment. I always say that in all my videos. It's generally written in the description. Always take what resonates and leave the rest. Because this is no longer gonna be, right, a world that we're pointing fingers and blaming others. You made me feel this way and you did this, so that's why blah blah. This is where we're all coming into ownership and balance, right? Like the natal chart, there's 3 parts, right? The sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. Those are the 3 main parts, right? 33, 33, and 33. All right, look at that, those bowls back there. Right? If we put the bowl, put 33 into thirds, we have 3 sections with 33 in them, right? 33% volume. So then we have 0.5 underneath and 0.5 on top to equal the one that's missing to create 100%. Right? So we've only been operating with either 1 or maybe 2, right, engines running. It's like the car, right? If you got your engine, you're missing a... Oh, brother, don't beat me up, mechanics. My brain is not working today. Spark plug. Oh, goodness. If a spark plug ain't working in the engine, right? We're misfiring like my brain just did. Right? And our bodies are a lot like vehicles, right? Jesus built my hot rod. So anyhow, just putting things, being able to look at metaphysics is just taking things and everything is relative. Being able to go inside ourselves and look at things at a deeper perspective and to just allow things to be as they are, to come up, be messy. And a lot of the time what we think something is, wait a little bit because you got to wait for it to go by. And then the pendulum comes back and swings the other way. And something, it may be right upside down or the other way, or it may look upside down and then come back the other way. It'll come back right. So there's a lot of different things going on. So don't get stuck like Cain, right? That's being Cain with the first negative thought and going and killing, right, the brother, the other thought, the negative or the positive, right? If Cain's negative, oh my God, Abel's da-da-da, and then goes and gets Abel. Or if Abel thinks everything's just fine and whatever, it's like sometimes we got to wait and we got to see the other side because sometimes people don't have the best intention, or they're coming from a right place of fear and right immaturity, or that could be us, right? So it's a wait for that shit to swing back and forth a few times or for something, right? Don't just jump on that first thought and feeling. That's what it means by killing our firstborn. We don't want to go with that first thought and feeling because it's usually not productive, doesn't produce good fruit, right? So we want to allow more to come into play. And then sometimes by the time we've allowed a little time and space and breath, right? Holy Divine Spirit, the breath to balance out that energy, it just clears and goes away. And then when it's nothing, it's like, I was all worried about that. It was just a bunch of thoughts and feelings going on in my head and in my body. I was just feeling these things that were producing all these negative thoughts, right? There's the turtle again, right? And that's why we got the turtle and that wise old owl here. Slow and steady and wise like the wise old owl, right? Sophia. All right, let's see. And right, let's just say too, right? Wisdom. Why? Wisdom has the word dumb in it. So wise doesn't always mean know everything, right? It's just like more like motherly, like, oh, are you okay? Or it's time for this. It's not time for that. It's time for dinner, right? It's more about timing. That's divine timing. Is the dinner ready? Is it time to have the baby? Right? We need that's more motherly is right. That's wisdom timing. Doesn't mean knowing the knowledge is different than wisdom. Knowledge is more like right having smarts, intelligence, awareness of specific things and the details of them and being able to put them in some kind of consecutive compartmentalized order, right? And execute it. That's like knowledge and power. That operates a little bit different than wisdom. It's like we may think one thing and want to do one thing, but that's not the way it's going to go. So being able to be fluid and adaptable to change, or having awareness of if it's time to go or not, or when it's time for something to be or not to be, right, ready or done or whatever, which isn't always a right on thing either, right? It's just sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, right? Sometimes we're on target, and sometimes it's like, oh, good thing we didn't go with that one. Would have been smear, right? Smear. All right, as you grow spiritually, your energy field increases. There is a spiritual weight that is generated in the soul, and it translates into your thoughts. Words and actions carrying greater power, influence, and impact in the world. Your thoughts can become more powerful in effect than the actions that some may take. Your feelings can become powerful enough to transform the energy of a room or even a group of people. Some advanced souls affect entire cities as they travel. Their light triggering, clearing, and uplifting the entire frequency of that place. Right. And that's what a lot of us are doing just by, right. That's why, like, just by being you, right, whoever you, right, just by being you, never think that you're not good enough. Again, part of that shame and guilt and fear and control matrix, because a lot of the time it's you being the calm and just being wherever you are that is bringing the vibration, like we just read, of a place, the frequency of that place, to a calm, or bringing information, right, light language into the atmosphere of it or the waters, so that it's, hey cutie, how's your day? So that it is it's alchemizing. All right. How's your day, kid? Yep. How's your day? Let's see. Some advanced souls affect entire cities as they travel, their light triggering and clearing and uplifting the entire frequency of that place. Where your impact might have been limited, though just as important, to having an effect on one person when you speak. The power of your increasing spiritual impact can cause the energy of your words to be broadcast fat and wide throughout the inner planes. Like the radio star. Those who are sensitive enough will be consciously able to see and feel you as they meditate or sleep. You will be working for the light even when you think you're not. As you continue to embody your spiritual light, your energy field expands to accommodate it. Your ability to have an effect simply through your presence becomes increasingly tangible and far-reaching. This will only continue as you grow. You become increasingly like the sun, just shining whether others can always see or hear you consciously or not. You are there giving light, radiant with higher consciousness, and supporting life, which you'll always get, right, rewarded for. The sun is a life-giving force with both consciousness and power. Without it, there is no life. Yet without protection against it, it would be too powerful for life on Earth to thrive. The effect of its consciousness would be overwhelming, destructive. Earth has a massive energy field that helps filter the powerful light of the sun, so there is a moderation of its power, adjusting it so it can support life. There is no ill intention in the sun. It is what it is. Yet the strength of it needs softening to be of use to life on Earth. Right? Again, developing our feminine, right? Allowing our divine feminine to rise, because the masculine, right? The patriarch, the sun, has been dominant, right? For 404, for the last 40, 400, however many, right? Eons or years. The divine quality that allows this to happen is heavenly mercy. It is the intelligent function of the divine that blunts and absorbs impact through various mechanisms of grace, so that divine power supports life. As you grow in power, the divine notices and offers you a gift of heavenly mercy. Mercy allows for the edges of your energy, your thoughts, your words to be softened. As your energy grows in power, what seems to be a gentle word to you may seem much more aggressive or intimidating to another person who is not used to the same level of power. Exactly. And that happens like when we hear something new too, right? It's like, yeah, it's like that's why the ball always swings back and forth. So don't get too judgmental about certain things. Even they can make us feel really uncomfortable because we never know where other people have had to be or what they've had to go through, right? And their thought process with their experiences and their conscious, what they carry on a regular, right? In their mind, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Okay. You will be supported by mercy as you learn how to manage the intensity of your energy. So do not unintentionally repel others when you want to attract them to the light. What would you do if you stepped into the burning sun on an exceptionally hot day and the power of it felt too much to bear? You would retreat into the darkness. It is a natural instinct. Is the sun loving you any less that day? Is its consciousness any less based in love? Of course not. So you see, even higher consciousness with its mighty power can shine brighter than may be of benefit for another. This doesn't mean you have to stop your growth, restrain your light, or become afraid of the impact you are going to increasingly have on the world, in the world, on the world, in the world, on others. And yeah, that's definitely a thing. I can relate with that, being very scared of that. It simply means that as you grow, you need to be aware that not everyone will be growing to tolerate higher frequencies at the intensity comfortable for you. That's a big, yep. A big truth and a big lesson. And yeah, where I've had to definitely be the turtle, like slow down. and yeah. It's like driving too fast on the road sometimes. Finally, this oracle brings you a message. If you have been struggling with an issue that feels too much for you, if you have been struggling with an issue that feels too much for you again, use the following healing process to pray for heavenly mercy. Mercy will bring you respite when the light of your spirit has grown too bright for your body, emotions, and mind to be able to process. In nature, there is night and day. The earthly part of your nature, your sacred animal body, needs a break from the light to absorb its life-giving properties and to integrate and heal itself. Keep losing my place. I'm sorry. This is so small writing. Mercy will give your body the spiritual shade it needs to sorry guys, to recover from exposure to light which has become overwhelming. In that shade it can rest, recover, and prepare to meet the light again. Adapting at a gentler and more effective pace. Heavenly mercy will help you recover and repair yourself from struggles while protecting you from too much too soon. Then you will find in due course that what may have seemed too much to handle naturally becomes easier to successfully resolve. As an additional note, this card also carries the energy of Archangel Uriel. Woo woo! If you feel connected to that angelic being, or need confirmation that this angel is with you, or want to connect more deeply with that angelic guide, this card and healing process will help you to do so. Oh, we love Archangel Uriel. And this says Uziel. I was wondering, but that's funny. In the reading, in the book, it says Uriel. I wonder if that's Uziel. I'm gonna have to Google that now. Google. I'm gonna have to like metaphysical mama that. Look up the etymology and the references for Uriel and Uziel now. You may would like to do the same. But yeah, we love Uriel. And We have number 18, which also breaks down to a 9. And oh, happy September 1st, everybody. Today's 9, 1, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 10, 16. Today's a day 7. Super duper cool. All right. So that was pretty beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that. That was pile 1. Do we have any other messages for pile 1 there? I think we're going to keep it pretty short, sweet, and simple. So let's clear the energy a little. Let me light an incense. And we'll do pile number 2. Number 2. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already done so. Please, Soul Tribe. I do appreciate and share. Sharing is caring. And that's how we help one another grow too, right? Energy is currency. So what we're putting our energy into is what we're allowing to grow, right? Just like our bank account, our family tree, wherever we're putting our energy. Okay. Come in pile number 2, pile number 2. Just gonna light a little Palo Santo too. And just clear the energy from where I just did that reading before we move on. We don't want the energies confused. Okay. That should do. Okay, so welcome, pile number 2. I'm gonna have to timestamp that. Let me just make a little post-it note. So pile 2, 5230. Okay, so welcome. Here we have, like I said, I'm not positive of what this is either, except beautiful. I don't think it's quartz. Doesn't look like quartz to me. Welcome, Rainbow Family. So let's see what we got here. New beginnings, pile 2. And please like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already done so, Soul Tribe. I really appreciate the medicine wheel. So again, things are right, new beginnings. The wheel's about to turn. This is regarding the topic of shame and how to handle such natures, rejecting shame. We have the dog card, number 14. Loyalty. A little hard for me to, let's say, you're safe to be seen. Archangel Michael and turquoise, and number 11. Beautiful. All right. Ain't letting no shame run your game. Solar eclipse, revolution, and number 44. So good. So good. Self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. What beautiful readings. Like, what? They're so... I didn't look at these cards or nothing. The Chariot. Again, to me, sometimes it means different things all the time, but in this case, it's like, right, the balancing of duality. And look, he's very calm in this. They're not running all over the place, looking, a little too, it's like very confident. Again, not allowing shame to control your vibration. What else do we got here? Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Almost a tongue twister. Beautiful. Ooh, and that's making me think of the dog star. So you might have a connection with Sirius, A, B, C, or D, right? Star of Isis, Mary. Canis Major, Canis Minor, Anunnaki. But yeah, Sirius, the dog star. That definitely wanted to make itself be known there. 5555. That might mean something very important to you. Oh, that's so nice. You got the Tuatha De Danann. If you are not familiar with who the Tuatha De Danann are, I highly, strongly suggest, especially since it came out in your reading. We got the psilocybus mushroom there, or just mushrooms in general. Might want to look into the meaning of mushrooms and also how good they are. Again, we were speaking earlier in the video about detoxing. And mushrooms are an amazing food. There's poisonous mushrooms too, right? So we have to do our research. But mushrooms are super good for the body. And there's a lot of stories with the mushroom being, right, fun. They're fun guys, right? They're fun guys. They're fungi. And they actually have a very, very, very special relationship with the roots, which we just had pulled in pile 1, right? With the magical key, the tree roots. So yeah, fungi are very important. Mushrooms. Alice in Wonderland. And we got the orange dragon. Brings soul families and communities together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Brings people together everywhere. Brings people everywhere together. Sorry. I've been very dyslexic. Like that's been happening a lot. Oh my God. I gave somebody an address the other day, my friend, and I told him the numbers backwards. I have no idea why I did that. And it took me like a good 20 minutes, half hour to realize I gave him the wrong address and he probably went to the wrong house, and then called him and realized that he had to call the person's house I was at in order to find out the proper address. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry, because I didn't have my computer charger. I was waiting for my charger for my computer for like a week. What a dilemma. That shit was hysterical. So I was like, I have no idea why I did that. I looked at the mailbox and I said the numbers and I flipped them. Anyhow, I do that often. I cascade numbers. I add them quickly, like the date, right? It's like 9-1 and then 2022. That's why I did that before, right? 9 plus 1 is 10, the year, the month and the day, and then the year. And then we're in year 2022, which is a 6 year. So we're in a 6 vibration year. And then today is 9-1, right? September. So we have 9 and 6 Tesla numbers. And if we add 9 and 6, we have 15 plus 1 is 16, right? So vibrations of 1 and 6. And if we add those together, we have 7. So to simplify it, that's like, right, all those radio, doing in Tokyo, nanu nanu, all those frequencies are relative and have, right, a lot of importance on this day, whatever those may mean to you in different vibrational ways, right? Okay. So this is so super cool. I'm just going to hold on a second here. So regarding shame, pile number 2, nothing yet is set in stone. And who are we dealing with as far as, oh, okay, solar eclipse. So that's cool. You're eclipse of the sun. Again, going into the darkness. Woo woo. It's kind of similar to the pile one. They're actually, I mean, they're flowing very nicely together anyhow. It's like, right, the different colors of a rainbow. It's like, you're over here and I'm over here. So they're not the same, but they're kind of harmonizing right alongside one another, which is really nice. This is a really fucking beautiful reading, if I do say so myself. Gorgeous. All right, so let's see what the crystal deck has to say for you. Crystal mandalas, which is like the veins of the earth, right? Or the crystalline, right? Or crystalline structure. That, actually, I want to talk about that for just a hot, quick science second. A sexy science second. We went from like having, right, say the atom bomb, the atomic sun, to the electric, right? It's electric. Boogie, oogie, oogie. So coming into, right, the electromagnetic spectrum of the sun, which is different than, right, the atomic energy of the sun. And then after that, we're going to dive even deeper into, right, the darkness, the void. It's like Star Wars going backwards so that we're able to see before we were a sun, before we became a star, before we became who and what we are in this now moment in time. And again, your message is that you're safe to be seen. So as you travel back through time, your past lives, your memories, different things that are coming up, whatever you're helping clear or transmute in the earth, if you're a light worker, a grid worker, an energy worker, could be a little of all those things, right? Or others that I didn't just say, I just quickly just threw 3 off the top of my head. So whatever and whoever you are aware of at this point, and up, it's like we're so much more, and just keep going, because as we learn and discover more and more about ourselves, it's kind of like, again, like the leaves right now are falling off the trees, but it's going to come back next year. It's going to be new leaves and new growth. So we want to allow. Oh boy, my sister was talking about an old book the other day. What the heck is the name of it? I think it's Freddie the Leaf. And he's so scared to die and fall off the tree, or to fall. He doesn't want to fall. And then once he does start to fall off the tree, he notices he's not the only one falling, and that there's a whole bunch of other leaves that are also there and also falling. So it becomes an exciting experience, right, to fall into the next stage of life, which is kind of a really cool way to look at it. Wouldn't you say? And I love the number 11, which is the number what we got for Archangel Gabriel and turquoise. And 11 is an ascended master number, a master number. So let's see, safe to be seen. We bring you the gift of safety and being seen. Over lifetimes, you have loved the earth, returning again and again to serve humanity, liberty, the human soul from fear, and spread a message of love. You have spoken truths, so you are probably an old soul, whoever I'm speaking to right now, and gone through the wheel, right, reincarnation wheel many times. That's why this is a little different than the first reading. Well, they're always different, but let's say you have spoken truths, shared messages, shared messages, and inspired many. Yet, in your visibility, sometimes you have felt misunderstood and vulnerable. You have been admired and loved, but at times also feared and attacked for the empowering message you brought to the world. In you, there is a memory of this, and although you wish to share your light with the world again, there are times when the thought of being seen doesn't feel safe, right? And then that can go into, again, our topic of shame, right? I'm not going to be accepted. Someone's going to try to hurt me, right? People aren't ready. I'm going to be too much. I'm not enough. Any of that. We're here to let you know that you are protected in divine grace. It is safe to open up to your inner knowledge and to share your message with the world. It doesn't mean you have to go running around like Wee Willie Winky, running all through the town, screaming like, I'm awoke and I'm waking and but be you. And doesn't, right, there's a difference between us being self-righteous and like cocky and being accepting and excited and just allowing ourselves to bloom and be, and with kind of no apologies, right? So it's safe to open up to your inner knowledge and to share your message with the world. The light in you is stronger than the fear. It is time to shine fearless and bright. Right? Ain't no shame bothering me tonight. Or day. Although it does, but we have to keep kicking it out the box. Don't allow that feeling to be like, right, to trump. Look, I got trump cards right here. To trump. These are the funniest deck of cards I ever bought. Don't allow that feeling to trump the other ones, right, that are so dying to be born and emerge and be blended with parts of who you are. All right, let's see. Old souls. I knew I was going to say something about old souls. I could feel it. I could feel it. Old souls know only too well that fear will not hesitate to destroy love, if given the chance. You must not let fear do this to you. You have a choice. Through the loving power of your forgiveness, you give yourself freedom from past pain, even pain from other lifetimes that isn't entirely clear to you, and the opportunity to begin afresh with fearless, vibrant, loving truth. You have many loving words to share. Oh, and this is on page 66, which is even cooler. And a higher consciousness to be. In your own way, in your own world, in your own relationships, you are a light bearer and a bringer of truth. Oh, I don't know where my book is right now. I have my Luciferian book out too. Lucifer. I don't know where I put it, but that's pretty funny. Lucifer means light bringer, and also Venus. I think Venus is in Virgo. That's really crazy. Also, well, let me finish reading this. On a quick note, though, has anybody seen any ships in the sky lately? Yo, I've been seeing crazy shit. I mean, that's happened before, but I've been seeing quite a lot of frequent activity going on up in them there skies. Anybody witnessing any stuff? Any UAPs or blinking lights or flashes or, oh no, unexplainable phenomenon? All right. They're trying to make me choke, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But I have. Oh, I got goosebumps. All right. All of you've had some past experiences where this was not always well received, being a bringer of truth and a light bringer, and sometimes resulted in abusive behavior towards you from those who were afraid of love. You have never closed off from your truth. You still know what you know. You may have become reluctant to share it so freely, but you cannot forget your inner wisdom. This is so good. I can't believe that I picked the topic shame. I didn't pick it. The book picked it. Spirit picked it. I just opened the book to that page, and that's what I read. And then the cards are just so beautifully like incorporating into that. It's really beautiful. Don't forget about this one. Don't forget to look these guys up before the gods. Okay. That's what they call the elders or the ancient ones. All right. Partially, anyhow. Okay. This oracle comes to you with a message. It is safe for you to be seen. I'm going to actually take you outside. And we're going to take pile 3 outside also. I don't know why. That's funny I'm getting guided to do that right now. We're going to go take a step outside. I hope you're not going to mind the altered view that we're about to change in front of you. Don't forget pile 3 is our amethyst here. Well, we're going to bring it outside with us. I just almost walked right through the screen. Welcome to my life. Oh, Lordy. Lottie-dottie. We likes to party. It's a little... Ow! I stepped on a rock. It's a little messy out here because they're painting and stuff. So bear with me. But we have a pretty plant. I'll move my pretty plant so you have at least a little bit of a view of that. Oh, and here comes the Ginge. She don't want to be alone. Sorry, guys. Come on, baby girl. Come on, the mamas. The mamas. You gonna lay down? Oh, hi. Hello. You weren't supposed to see my face. I'm all a mess today. Okay, I'm just gonna put this right here for now. And let me flip you back around. Hi. She's cuter than me. All right, so let's finish reading this. It's kind of too nice and out here to sit inside. So here's what we're reading yet again. Archangel Gabriel and turquoise, safe to be seen. Number 11, vibration. Ooh, and it's 111. Ooh, 44. That was so good. All right. So let's see. This oracle comes to you with a message. Come on, my ginger. It is safe for you to be seen. In this lifetime, you are meant to be a spiritual leader of sorts, to bring through the light, peace, love, and guidance that others around you need. Don't be afraid of their reactions. Some will love you for what you do. Others might not understand or may resist or even attack in fear. But in truth, you cannot be harmed. You shall always be what you are, and no one can ever take that away from you. It is simply not possible. No matter how many times you have been blocked, denied, dismissed, or abused, you find your way back to the truth of your heart again and again. So your soul has learned over time that your spirit is indestructible. It has learned that the truth of love is always there for you. Love will always welcome you into its arms, and you can feel at home within your heart. Even if you don't always feel at home in the fear-based belief systems that so many still consider to be reality, which is so true, right? And if you could look into, too, the heart chakra is like, I forget how many times more intelligent than the brain, right? Or the mind and what we think we know and all that. So as we come into, more of our, right, heart chakra based, balanced awareness, it doesn't mean we know everything. It just means that we're a little bit more, we're coming from the center rather than, the baby mamas. Oh, ham hock. Sorry, Jen. She's so cute. So yeah, because we've been coming from, again, the more masculine based reality, which is more mindset. 11414. Right? So now we're coming back into the heart chakra, which is going to feel very uncomfortable for many, right? or grounding if we're used to flying around. It's like the opposite of whatever we're used to is what we're going to experience, right? Maybe a little more flighty than being grounded if you're used to being really grounded, which may be really uncomfortable for you, right? So no matter what, it's going to be uncomfortable. 11441. No matter what, we're all going to feel uncomfortable. And that's just part of it. It's like when you're having a baby. It's like we're excited to have a baby, right? It's like we can't wait. We know it's going to hurt. No matter what, whether you're giving natural childbirth or having a cesarean, right? A surgery. Either way, it's going to hurt. It doesn't make us, not want to do it or any less, You can't avoid that, right? And then you forget about the pain after. Once you make it through, it's like, woohoo, right? I have the tiniest little spider. Are you able to see? Where was the tiniest? I don't know where he went. Little guy. He's on my pants. Listen, little guy. You can't hide there. No. 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 Where are you going? He matches, can you see him? He matches my pants. There he is. Oh, thing. Dooby. Now look how little his world, look how big the world is. Look how big the world is to him right now. Look how big my finger is to him right now. That's like the gods coming down and sticking their little finger out. My fingernail, where is he? You see how tiny? I'm going to put him on the plant over here. There you go. He dropped right down. Put him on the plant. That was hysterical. So, that's a really good example, though. How big something can be to another person, being another person, place, or thing. Right? Celebrate good times. It's medicine time. Medicine for the metaphysical mama. Medicine for mama. All right. Oh, Crystal Angels 444. This one is too. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see what else. Doobie-doobie-doo. All right. This oracle brings you guidance. You have already had these experiences in the past. You do not need to continue having them. You have decided that no matter what, you shall be in the truth of your inner light. You have decided that you shall continue to serve love by helping humanity as much as you can, because you know the divine loves the human race. The divine loves the human race and has a plan for human evolution from fear into love. You know that love serves its own. As you serve love, love serves you. You have developed the strength of knowing your own truths. You have survived and healed yourself through situations that threatened this truth. And still, you are here. You have heard lies, and you have chosen to release them and to trust in your truth, right? Letting go of that fear, guilt, and shame. With your loving heart on your spiritual journey, you have learned how to shine true. So you are ready to be seen. You shall not be cast down. The love in you is stronger than the fear, rejection, doubt, or resistance in any other. You have no need to convince anyone of anything. You just have words to speak and a truth to be. It is safe to be seen for who and what you are. Let go of fear and take the next step on your life journey now. It says healing process. Oh, I don't know that I read this in the other one. I don't think I saw it. Let's see. Healing process. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of turquoise and Archangel Gabriel, who love me unconditionally. I always think of my mom when I think of turquoise. Thank you for the divine healing gift of safety and being seen. Right? Again, a little bit more confidence, so we're not carrying shame for being who we are as an individual naturally, and allowing that to be messy, funny, silly, unsure, passionate, spontaneous, you know, a little bit of pride, especially if you've been, you know, like we could be empath, or because I'm an empath, and then it could be very hard to, again, I myself personally can have a huge fear of success for not wanting to like have others feel bad. It's like we always think of others' feelings before we think of our own, because we already feel others. So then that can hold us back, or others could take advantage of that. And then don't get me wrong, an empath can also be manipulative and whatever have you too, right? Because I'll be as honest as I can always be, and I've been manipulative in my past, or like where if I've had to be, in some certain ways. I'm not like a manipulative person where but it's like, but but I can definitely, like, right, if something's not about to, it's like, well, hey, or right. So that mindset, it's good to be aware of, again, because this is about acknowledging our shadow self and our light, bright self, and then coming into a happy medium in the middle, or being able to explore and express both, maybe at their extreme, and then so you have awareness of both, and then, right, and sometimes different variables that come in between those, right, different colors. We're super colorful beings, aren't we? So again, it's just a matter of, it depends on a situation. And I'm mostly talking about, like, again, when I'm like younger, when I was like younger, or again, it could be very Robin Hoodish, because a lot of people like myself that are more, say, spiritual, like I like my, say, material things, but I'm pretty adaptable wherever I go. I'm more about like feeling energetically safe. I like the energy to feel right. I don't like when the energy feels off. So if I'm able to be comfortable somewhere, I'm pretty cool. Like as far as like, it's like I'm pretty good wherever I go. I can find a place to be comfortable. Yeah. I don't know why I'm talking about all that, but well, I guess because maybe it has reference. Maybe you feel that way too. Or maybe you need help and able to feel right, maybe being able to be more adaptable in other scenarios. Or, well, see, I'm like that, like more, that's more places with me. People, I get along with, like, I think most people, but very brief and vaguely. And it's funny, I was listening to something the other day and they said something about ghosting, and I was like, oh, I totally do that. I ghost people all the time. And I don't mean to. But I'm like, oh, I'm like, yeah, the ghostess with the mostest, because I never call anybody or show up, or I'm very bad at that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny. It makes me kind of giggle, because it's like the whole ghost thing and getting into like the supernatural and metaphysics and stuff, and that's also very much my background and my, like, what I'm very affiliated with and comfortable with and close to. So it's kind of funny too, but yeah. So anyhow, so I apologize if I have ghosted anybody and you're watching or listening, or you get this vibe, because yeah, I suck at that, but I always am apologizing. Anybody that knows me knows that too, because I'm like, I'm sorry, I suck. I never call. I never am online, like on social media. Like I'm never on like Facebook or any of that. It's like I'm never on those things. So it's like I never hear. Nobody ever hears from me. We see each other or hear about each other through the grapevine or bump into each other, and usually, generally, that's how I operate. I'm like, oh. But then we always usually also start off right where we left off, no matter how much time has gone by. So I'll say that too. Because, people that know you know you. And don't hold any weird thing with that. I got my foot in there too. So yeah, I'm grateful. And again, to not feel shame for, I'm always going to be who I am. I've always felt really bad about being late or not showing up for things or feeling very uncomfortable, honestly, too, around, I'm really comfortable around people and big crowds or individuals. But if I get asked to go do something or asked to go somewhere or am yeah, it's right. It's the feelings and the thoughts. I get very intimidated, insecure, uncomfortable, unsure. It's like people aren't gonna like me. I'm too weird. All those thoughts and feelings go through my mind still. Even before I get online. A lot of time that's what hold me back from doing anything, right? Overthinking, overanalyzing, over worrying, over feeling. Like right now, over talking. There's a foot. All right. Please like, subscribe, and hit the ding ding bell. Yeah, Gingy Ginge. I'm fake rubbing her under her neck. That looks like an outlet. All right. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. I don't know. That's why I don't always like reading these healing process things either. But all right. Thank you for the divine healing gift of safety and being seen. I now choose of my own free will to shine bright and true, sharing myself with the world. May the world see me as the universe knows me to be, a true and free spirit of love, shining healing for the benefit of all. Through my own free will, so be it. Then say out loud, and this is just right. I don't always like that stuff, like say or whatever. But I'm just gonna read what it's saying here. I choose of my own free will, but oh my God, it's like I'm not saying that with intent because I don't know what I'm about to read. But let's see what it says. But right, I choose with my own free will through this time and I don't like this right. Wait, but hold on. Through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to release any memory, vow, belief system, or statement ever been said by me or directed at me. Okay. Which is based in fear of being seen. Okay. See, I was afraid to just even read that. Can you see me on the other? Hi, can you see my reflection? Waving at you. That's pretty funny. So yeah. All right, so I could read it now. I had to see what we were reading because I don't like to those words or spells, right? So you'd be sometimes I'm pretty cautious before I go saying and reading things like that. Sorry, I didn't read this ever beforehand, so this isn't even my book or cards. My sisters. But yeah, so I don't. Some of my books have that too. And I don't like when anyway, you already know. If you're on my channel, you know I don't like that. Till I read, and then it's like, oh, okay. All right, so I choose of my own free will through this in any lifetime and through all layers of my entire being to release any memory, vow, belief system, or statement ever been said by me or directed at me, which is based in fear of being seen, heard, or acknowledged. I now choose to accept of my own free will and through unconditional divine grace to enter into the reality of it being safer for me to be seen. I choose to share my light and love openly with the world through divine grace and unconditional love. So be it. So that was nice. To further integrate this guidance, hold the oracle card with your right hand with the mandala image. Wow, they have like a whole ritual. Facing inwards and resting at your throat chakra, at the lower neck, at the base of your throat. Place your left hand lightly at the back of your neck. Rest and breathe in and out several times. Well, I'm just going to say this much. They say a picture is 1,000 words, and mandalas, it's like if that, think about your throat and speaking your voice, right? Being seen also means being heard, right? Being authentic to self. And knowing you have Archangel Gabriel, right? And the energy of the turquoise mama, of turquoise, which is actually, that's the, turquoise has copper threaded going through it. Copper conducts electricity. And like in native, like shaman, you know, us, I'm going to say us natives in that manner, we've always respected, it's like, yeah, I don't just touch any of my sister's crystals at her house, right? It's like crystals are, first of all, they contain high and different energetic vibrations, right? So, but they're also, it's like animals in a sense, right? They say like crystals are pets, plants are alive, crystals have consciousness. So it's having a respect for other things, even if we're not, right? Some aren't really solely aware, and I don't have, it's like I don't have the names of those. I just go, I'm more about energy and vibration personally. So that's why names and things of that nature don't always stick with me. I tend to, it's whatever's in vibration. And if you look at this card a little more clear, if it comes in a little more clear, you can see the copper and the turquoise that they're showing in the, so you might want to look up turquoise and look up the metaphysical meaning of turquoise as well. And yeah, whatever this means to you. It's making me think of a dove, an angel. Yeah, and clearing the debris off of the throat. Anything, right? Anything that is clouding our ability to speak or feel that we won't be accepted, right? The ability to clear that and allow that energetic field to continuously keep cleaning and clearing itself out. It's like congestion, or when I'm, like now, it's like I'm a little stuffy. We get stuffy nose, sinuses, right? All right, let's see. To further integrate this guidance, hold the oracle card. Okay, we read that. When you are ready, you are going to swap positions. Place your right hand holding the card, mandala image facing inwards at the back of your neck, with your left hand lightly touching the front of your throat. Rest and breathe, and several times. Imagine, visualize, or perceive a light bouncing around lightly in your throat chakra. I feel that in my head all the time. Remove the card and lower your left hand, allowing it to rest gently by your side. Take a few slow, deep breaths in and out, then imagine you're gently breathing out light through the front and back of your throat. When you are ready, hold the oracle card flat between your palms so that you can place your hands in prayer position with the oracle between them. Bow your head and say, and when we bow our head like that, when we put like, hold up, I'm gonna flip you. When we do things like that, like it's like if you're, it's like, that's just more to so because if my head's up, my crown chakra and my third eye is like bing, it's right up and out. When we do this, it kind of bows to the heart chakra and then to the sacral and then to the ground, to Mother Earth, for myself anyhow. So there's like so it's, I'm not just, right, because that's usually generally where I have to bring it down, right? Calm down with my energy. Calm it down. So yeah. Okay. Here's Miss Ginger again. Okay. And my left foot. May divine love reveal the true nature of all beings to the world, the inner nature of love, so that every being can experience being seen and receive completely in love. According to divine compassion, so be it. You can finish your healing process with this affirmation. It is safe for me to be seen. I shine my light, fearless, bright, and true. Oh, that was very nice. Pile 2. Miss Ginger Ginge. Mamas. Big girl. His little wrinkly forehead. She's like the Nana dog. Nana doggy. Alright. Moving on up to pile number 3. Let's see. Maybe we'll sit on the ground next to Gingy for this one so I can put the cards out. So pile number 3, we have New Day. How funny that these are so similar. And there's a number 11. The other one was New Beginnings. So New Day, stand still, right? So some meditation, some time out to incorporate your new part of you that's always been inside of you. But, oh, look at that. I know we had the turtle out on the table. That's just too much. Here's the turtle in number 10. Let's see what we got for the crystal mandalas for you. Storm Wisdom. Number 12, Angel Raziel. And Petersite. Petersite? 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 Take a nice look at it. And of course we'll read that. I don't think I'm going to read the healing process. Sorry, number pile 1 and 3. I'm not. So, oh, another 11. 11th house. Friends. Yeah, let me know how you guys feel about that, but trust. I'm going to trust my own intuition there. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. Right? So not allowing shame to be the name of your game, pile number 3. We got King of Wands energy. So you may be coming into perfecting some of your magic, right? Again, yeah, storm wisdom, 11th house, bringing your light into friends, right? Dawning of a new day. Stand still, slow and steady, trust in the process. Again, quite a beautiful message thus far. The answers you need are coming. And what's up with Gemini right now? Full moon in Gemini. What's in Gemini right now? I gotta look into that. If anybody wants to, I would maybe look into that. See what planet is in Gemini. You got the Mezzo goddess. That's what's up. I got the music. All about our vibration. Every thought has one. And you got the air and water dragon. Helps you connect to the higher frequencies. Trust your intuition. Develop psychic abilities. Be open to enlightenment. Express your inner song. That is pretty friggin' beautiful, I will say. Air and water. So hold on, I'm just allowing the So, okay, you might have something to do, you have something to do with music too, maybe. Or you need to listen to some music, get the hell out of your head. Put some meditation music on. Maybe you need to just sit quiet. You know, put on, you can put like, look up like music to clear negative energy in house. And just have like that on in the background. Something just calm. Or just water. Running water. So how beautiful. So 11th house, friends, air and water. So I know Libra is not an air or a water sign, but Libra keeps sticking out to me with this card. So, but you may have an air and water sign, or you may be an air or water sign. You may be dealing with an air or water sign, or you're just tuning into the currents, the waves, the air currents, right, frequencies. So however that applies, my readings are very, very, because it's to apply to all. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. So we'll get more specific when we have some more stuff going on, but presently I stay very, I let spirit guide me. So it is what it is. And number 35, which I also break down to an 8. So it's 11, 3, 5, 8 vibrations in that. This has number 12, which also is number 3. Turtle, 10, all numbers. 52, which is a 7. Today's the number 7. And we have another 11, 11, 11. Alright, and then Gemini, I'm going to count that as another 11. It's like 11, 11, 11. Twin flame action. Triple twins. Did they tell you there was 3? Oh, it's a trinity? So let's see. Storm, wisdom. We're going to check out number 12. Let's see what the crystal mandala has to say for you, pile number 3. And thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. Soul family. Okay. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you haven't already done so. It's been a long one. Always are. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. And I'm going to timestamp all these. I think this was 135 we started for number 3. All right. Clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. The throat chakra. All right. We bring you the gift of storm wisdom. This is the fierce cleansing nature of divine compassion made manifest in the world. Storm wisdom thrills the spirit, for it understands that so much benefit and liberation will come from the process. Yet the mind may quake at the prospect of such little control over how your life events are unfolding for a time. All right, we have no control. You just got to ride the wave. Kind of like this giant, that's actually a really cool image, because it's like whether you're like a lotus flower. Lotuses come out the water. These fish are jumping out the water. It's like a serpent dragon coming out the water. Whereas it reminds me of ice too, like Antarctica and Anunnaki and lots of Project Air Jump. Okay. Oh no, that's right there. So yeah. Captain America. Let's keep going. What is happening during an experience of storm wisdom is that anything that has become stagnant or obstructing to your spiritual growth will be uprooted, right? Ground may quake. That's what I was just saying. That's funny when I said, right? I think I was at the beginning of this pile number 3, or it was at the end of number 2, talking about, yeah, if you're used to being a grounder, like earthly, or from the ground, more grounded, it may feel very uncomfortable. 14401, getting sprouted up and getting lifted up to the higher conscious of your being, right? Connect with nature, play your favorite music, put something calm on, maybe listen to some Mozart. I just got Mozart. I I put that on sometimes when I'm, like writing poetry or just need my mind to be calm. I played it through all my pregnancies, um, along with like mindless self-indulgence and a whole bunch of other crazy music, but um, variety. So that might mean something to you. If maybe you used to play an instrument, I keep getting heavily that not just the frequencies, but that like you're an artist or a musician, or you used to play music. So, or maybe you always wanted to. So get something that's easy to play. Get a drum. Um, get a xylophone. Get a flute. Something, or it's something. Something more messages will come about that, but the music really keeps standing out with you, pile number 3. Something about music and instruments, specifically instrument, being a fine-tuned instrument, maybe tuning your own instrument, right? This is all about tuning ourselves up, tuning in and tuning up, tuning into our inner self so we can turn up our vibration and tune into, right, higher frequencies. But yeah, heavy music though. You need to play an instrument or something. Okay. So let's see. You must remember that you will only be asked to give up something in order to receive that which is far more beautiful and supportive of your sacred life journey. You must also remember that the cleansing power of the storm will revitalize you. Here, I'm going to put her. We'll put both there. And bring you fresh energy and perspective to take forward in your journey, and is a divine blessing which will only bring good into your life. Whilst the mind often wants to hold on and maintain the status quo, fearing change, the soul thrills at the prospect of joy, happiness, and fulfillment that growth brings. It is so devoted to the manifestation of divine love in the world that it is willing to go through growing pains to bring the inspiring, vitalizing life of the spirit into the beautiful form of the body. Can you feel the music? The soul knows that temporary discomfort can bring tremendous gains for the spiritual path, and ultimately far greater joy and pleasure in life for the body too. The mind may need reassurance from the heart that all will be well during times of great change, and the wild blessings of storm wisdom is one such time. Maybe that's why I had to come outside too, pile 3 for you. The wind's blowing out here. I had to come out and sit in nature in the middle of pile 2, specifically for pile 3. So it was like spirit was prepping for the storm. So you might bring a lot of storm energy with you, or black hole energy I'm getting too. Which, right, you can suck people in, be very magnetic, empathic, said manipulative, and, right, Gemini, the answers you need are coming. So, like the turtle, slow and steady. And maybe you haven't talked to your friends and family in a while. Maybe you're going to have new friends and family as you go through this new growth, right, and rebirth. Because it's all for a new day, a new perspective, a new dawn. And after all, you have the King of Wands. So you have super, like, magic energy. Trust in your connection with the divine and your soul's voice, right? And there's going to be a lot of others that are, right, and I'm getting to, yeah, they have been maybe trying to deter you from your path. Again, the shame game, and blame game. Everything's at a standstill. So any person, place, or thing, or, rituals that have been going on in your name, or that's probably why in pile 2 we just had to read that. You might want to listen to the healing process that I didn't really want to read, but that we did. And that's what that was about too. Like anybody that's used, right, our name in vain, or even ourselves, or we've done or said stuff, to let that stuff go. So allow time and space for that to occur. Trust in the process and just keep swimming, right? It's like, remember Turtle from Nemo? He's like, give me some noggin. What does he say? Give me some fin. Noggin. Dude. That's what it was. And then he was like, let little dude go, right? Like, just see what he does. Like, the Nemo's father got all nervous when the little turtle got sucked in the jet stream. And he's like, let's see what little dude does. What was his name? Kronk? Krunk? I forget. Oh, anyhow, it's been a long time. All right, because things are about to come springing out of, right, the abyss. What's underneath the surface. Yesterday, all day, too, was like mirror, mirror, mirrors, reflection, reflecting, going beneath the surface, going past what we see in a reflection, right? Polar opposites, lots of polarity, lots of, again, reverse things happening in opposite, right? What you think about to happen, or things are like just things happening in weird ways. So lots of pole shifting, right? And then too, what's that kind of some lots of I don't know why that keeps coming up too, like the stripper pole. Maybe we all need to learn how to freaking pole dance. I don't know. Some with the poles that keeps coming up, not just the polarity in the North and South Pole and the Taurus field, but yeah, literally like stripper pole, the poles, balancing on the pole. And I guess too, yeah, no shame and right, yeah, being okay, that kept coming up, yeah, being like we just read about the body. The body, what did we just say? The soul knows that temporary discomfort can bring tremendous gains for the spiritual path, and ultimately far greater joy and pleasure in life for the body too. So that, right, and that can bring sometimes shame, and a lot of us have gone through a lot of stuff, so it's like coming into being okay with our bodies, being okay with others maybe appreciating our bodies, us being able to look at ourselves and appreciate our bodies and not feel shame or some kind of negative way. And for myself, that's even hard for me to say what I'm saying right now out loud. So yeah, because it's like when we've gone through certain experiences, they kind of stick to us, right? So it can make us not feel so great about ourselves. And other people may have a different perspective of us, and they think they know us, or they think that they know whatever. And it could be, again, underneath the surface, a way different thing, right? So yeah, not everything is as it appears, right, on the surface or in the reflection of the mirror. This is about reflecting on an inner level in the dark and allowing, right, the answers you need are coming, the answers to arise, and our job is to alchemize and balance it out so that we become more purified. And then I guess maybe, right, we're going to have a new house of friends, right, that we're going to meet, and right, a new adventure begins, a new chapter of our life. And it's not like out with the old, right? Completely. We're just letting go of what no longer serves us and making room for a new, whatever that may be, without any like intent or expectation or focus on it, right? It's like everything's in the water, so it's like it's all water. Everything's just allowing we're going to have lots of different thoughts and feelings and new perspectives and alternate points of view that come in and through, and feelings and thoughts that are produced, right, during the process. Music and trust in the process, because it gets rocky, right? The weight, the water, it's very, or waves, turbulence. Okay, and the storm. Okay, that's why I'm like, what's with the, okay, so Libra, maybe you're a Libra, having to beat balance, the bumpy, yeah, and be the calm, the standstill, the eye of the storm. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps you have already felt a sense of discontent or a restlessness in your body, mind, or soul, feeling that a change is needed, even if you aren't sure what that might be. Or perhaps you're feeling that your life has finally settled down and you are quite happy for it to remain as it is for years to come. No matter whether you are in the midst of the storm of change already, just recovering from it, or waiting for it to move its cleansing grace through your life, know this: storm wisdom is love in action. It is not going to harm you, and you do not need to fear it. It is going to cleanse you on all levels and allow for more life, vitality, purpose, and passion to enter your world. You will love the outcome that eventually manifests for you as the blessing takes shape, but you will need to reassure yourself that even amongst great change, whether that be something more internal or shows up as big external changes in your life, it is safe to trust life. Bam. When the oracle of storm wisdom comes to you, there is a special message for you. If you've already been in the midst of transformational change, perhaps that which is deeply challenging, and you cannot see any end in sight, or are worried that the changes are going to be devastating, have faith, right? No doubt. Doubt develops demons. Have faith, no doubt. Remember to breathe, right? It's a birthing process. Breathe it out. Breathe in, breathe out. All right. The storm is wild, yes, but it is filled with grace. You are being helped. You shall come through this, and the reason the storm was needed in your life is because a gentler method would not have been sufficient to free you. Right? It's like, oh, do you mind? Da-da-da. Sometimes we need like, hey, if you don't do that now, then you're going to lose your job, or you're going to have to get out, or you're going to whatever. It's like, oh, what? Or we're going to break up, or whatever, right? Sometimes a threat or something is what makes us move, right? Otherwise, it's like, oh, we're just very comfortable in our routine and in our daily, right, cycles or what have you. All right, go with it. Do not resist. If you feel emotional as you read these words or hear these words, you are recognizing truth. Trust in the responses of your feelings and know that all will be well, according to a compassionate higher wisdom. Right? Again, your higher consciousness, your divine feminine, needs to nurture your inner child that's afraid and scared, right? And in fear of not being accepted, or what's going to be changed and what that's going to look like, right? Don't fear try to, right, trust in the process, because again, it's like if the boat got tipped, we're just all swimming in the water, or discovering what's floating in the water or what's coming up, witnessing it from the shore. It's different, in all different points of view and perspectives and moments in time, right? How we're going to experience it. And we're going to experience it in multiple variations of ways, right? Ways. All right. If you do not yet see the storm in your life, do not be afraid. This oracle can indicate a time when there is much movement after a period of stagnancy where nothing seems to be moving forward. Kind of like a lot of the world right now. Not just in our individual lives. Well, things are definitely moving. It's the burst of fresh air and life. Fresh air and life. Air and water. That's crazy. That increases your vitality and inspires you, whipping you up in a loving whirlwind of new opportunity, connection, and love. That's really crazy. This is the dragon card. But this is what we're reading now, right? The crystal mandala. Storm wisdom. I love how the cards always come together so beautifully like that. And the Aaron standing out. It just said you're live. I hope I didn't lose you. So anyhow, yeah, the dragon was really standing out, the air and the water, and how nicely, I was saying how nicely that is, coinciding with the storm wisdom card and all of it. Turtle, lots of water. Okay. And air. Okay, there are those minds that fear the storms of life because they don't trust in the benevolence of the universe and how much they are actually loved. Then there are those that trust life and feel loved. They are the ones that stand head tilted up, arms flung open wide, yelling, "Woohoo!" As the rain pours down, the winds howl, and fresh cold air cleanses the body, mind, and soul. Be the lover of life, who boldly receives love's grace now. Let change be a welcome gift of love's eternal grace, for that is what is in truth. And that was pretty freaking beautiful. Let's see, should we read the healing process? Alright, it's not too long, and let's read it. Use discernment. Okay, the healing process for Storm Wisdom, Angel Raziel and Peter Sight, pile number 3, and number 12 also breaks down to 3. How beautiful. 311s and 333, and that's Angel 444. So let's see. To integrate the guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of Peter Sight and Angel Raziel, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing of Gift Storm Wisdom. May I open my heart and mind to the wild cleansing grace of divine power now. May fresh life, opportunity, and connection flow into my world, shifting me out of doubt and complacency and into exhilarating, inspired, and passionate purpose. May my energy be uplifted by this creative grace. May trust and love empower all beings to accept, enjoy, and flourish through the grace of change in their lives. May all beings be happy and free. Well, we're not going to be happy all the time, but that's a very good 20202. 2222. 222. May all beings be happy and free. Through my own free will and divine mercy, so be it. If you wish to further integrate this guidance, place the oracle. Blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not going to do all that. Imagine, visualize, or pretend. Alright, imagine, visualize, or pretend that you're standing in a storm. It can be as wild or as tame as you wish. You are safe in this storm. Maybe it's a tornado, and you are in the calm eye at the center. Or maybe your storm has fresh rainfall and shining lightning illuminating the darkness. Open your arms wide, holding them up above your shoulders if you wish. Perhaps tilt your head back. And if you're feeling so inclined, you may want to squeal or call out a big loud yes to the universe. And if you'd like to bow your head or, center through a calm. May divine love bring the merciful grace of storm wisdom to those that can benefit from its cleansing and enlivening power. May wisdom serve love with compassion always. May every being be assisted on their divine path of fulfillment, according to divine compassion. So be it. I dwell in the peaceful center at the eye of the storm, as divine wisdom rushes through my life with fierce cleansing compassion, liberating me into my most loving, joyful life journey. And I just had, Black Moon Lilith come up in not specifically Lilith, Black Moon Lilith. So you might want to look into Black Moon Lilith. And Lilith rules the subconscious, right? And there's a lot of different aspects of Lilith. King of Wands. So yeah. All right, pile number 3. Well, Soul Family, we did an over 2-hour read, and I'm gonna take this Nana Mama for a little walkie walk, and I so appreciate you coming to hang out and listening to me talk. Look at, she's waiting. She's like, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready for the walk. So again, thank you so much for coming to hang out, Soul Family, and please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, and if you enjoyed this, we'll do it more often. Pick a pile, and yeah, sorry I haven't been on so often. I've just been well, kind of bopping around, Mary Poppinsing, and going through my own it's just standstill kind of. So yeah, and not standstill in an energetic way, just well, yeah, in an energetic way. In a sense, just kind of chilling with the vibration and going with the flow. So yeah, it is what it is, and now you know. All right, well, one love. I'm gonna go eat something and take this little one for Big Mama, little one, a little one. She's always a little one, for a walk. And I suppose I appreciate your, coming and hanging out and supporting the channel. And I support you, and don't allow any negative, thinking and repetitive thoughts and old patterns of shame and blame and the name game to hold you back any longer, because we're all here and we're ready to heal and right, discover more parts of ourselves so that we're able to, right, go from what did they just say? What did they say in there? Jacob to Israel. So yeah, you might want to look that up too. Jacob is like, right, wrestling with God. So it's like our inner self, our, right, fighting with all those thoughts and feelings. The divine nature, God. Well, that's funny. And then, right, God then names Jacob Israel. Jacob came up earlier today too, and Yakub. All right, so yeah. See you next time.